In this video, we're going to talk to you about the Elna Excellent 720 Pro. The 720 Pro is a model that is in the upper end of the Elna line. You get a lot of top-of-the-line features. You're definitely going to get top-of-the-line quality and not top-of-the-line price. So let's give you a good overview of this machine. The 720 Pro has a lot of features on it that has been recommended by customers over the year, and Elna finally has come out with a machine that gives you all these features all in one machine. 720 will give you a lot of quilting stitches built into it. There's some garment construction stitches built in, heirloom sewing stitches, there are decorative stitches, and then there are some features built into this machine that are unique to it that will allow you to do specific tasks. Of the stitches that are built in, they give you some very useful and practical stitches. You quilters are really going to love this machine because it has a lot of different applique stitches built in, different types, and we can adjust the length and the width on the tacks on the appliques. There are different heirloom stitches. There's one-step buttonholes built into this machine. It will come with a buttonhole maker. There are other useful quilting and garment construction stitches, and we will have all these stitches on the website, a full diagram of everything that comes with it. Also, you will get some decorative stitches, and we can combine these stitches to make a decorative border. Now, this machine has special sensors built in around the needle plate area. So when I change my needle plates, and all I have to do is push this button here, and my needle plate will pop out, I can put a straight stitch needle plate, and it will be included with the machine. Then the machine will only allow me to pull up certain stitches. Nice thing about having a straight stitch needle plate is it gives you metal all the way around where the needle's going down into the garment, supporting that material. Great for piecing, great for free motion. If you're working with a lighter weight piece of material and you're concerned about it getting pushed down into the bobbin case there, you can do that. But also, the machine will not allow me to put a zigzag stitch in it. It'll beep at me and won't let me do that. So I never have to worry about my needle hitting the plate. Another thing that quilters really do like is doing the 1/4 inch seam. All you have to do is push a button and the machine will move over 1/4 inch to give you that perfect 1/4 inch seam allowance. You can easily do a scant 1/4 inch with this machine as well. We can adjust our needle positions in tenths of a millimeter, so you're able to achieve that scant 1/4 inch seam allowance. On the front of the machine, all my buttons are laid out very easily for me to get to. It does have an independent bobbin winder. On our spool stand here, I can have my bobbin thread already on here so I can actually wind bobbins while I'm sewing. But it is a larger spool stand, so I'm able to use the bigger cones of thread like I have threaded up here. That's one thing that quilters really do like, as I've found over the years. You find your favorite thread, get the largest spool you can get, save your money. I can elongate my decorative stitches. It has the elongation feature. So a lot of these stitches, we actually can change it and do more than one thing with it. We can do twin needle sewing with this machine. It's easy for me to get to my different modes because on my placard here, I can go from mode to mode, and on my screen, I'll be able to see exactly what stitch that I'm doing and see the size of the stitch and the actual size it is on screen. So before I sew that stitch out, I know how large that stitch is going to be just by a visual eye. So then I can easily regulate the width and the length on my stitches right here. It is very precise, like I said, in tenths of a millimeter. The machine does have a built-in scissor on it, so all I have to do is push a button. It's going to snip my bobbin and top thread for me. It does have the needle up, needle down feature. There's times I want my needle to stop in the down position, especially when I'm doing applique, or if I get to the corner and I need to turn my corner. I can let the machine stop with needle in the fabric, so I can just raise my presser foot up, turn my fabric, and continue right along. It does have the auto lock feature built in that will tie that stitch off underneath for me, hiding that back tack, and the stitch will be secure underneath. Here is reverse, and I can also regulate the speed and override the foot control. And that's another thing we'll get to at the end of the video. The accessories that comes with this machine are out of this world. You've got the large foot control that'll come with it, and quite a few other things that are unique to the 720. So the machine does come with a foot control. I have the start-stop button here. And you'll get used to this over time if you're used to using a foot control. Once you start using start-stop, I rarely even use my foot control any longer. Easy to thread. The machine comes right off our spool pin, and everything is channeled all the way down through my tension assembly, through the take-up lever, all these guides here is right to the needle, and then I have a built-in needle threader on the machine. I do have the adjustable pressure here, and I do have the indicator letting me know how much pressure is pressing down on my presser foot. So if I have a lighter weight piece of material, I can easily back that off, or if I'm working with a little bit heavier material and I want to make sure I get my foot on it good and secure, I can easily adjust that down. There's a little razor on the side of the machine that I can rake the thread across once I finish sewing what I'm doing. Another nice thing about this machine is I can raise the presser foot up, let off of my take-up lever, the foot is in this position, and then I can go up even further, let off of it. I don't have to keep my hand on that. So it's in a lock position in the highest position, so I can get this much fabric through here. Now this machine does have a 7-point feed dog system built in. It is touching the fabric in 7 places. This machine will have the 7-point feed dog system built in. And it's a wider feed dog because this particular machine does a 9mm width stitch. So I have a lot more surface area touching the fabric. It's going to feed those thinner fabrics through easier for me, reducing puckering. If I'm working with heavier materials, like if I'm doing a quilt or just hemming a pair of pants or a heavier jacket, I have that surface area touching it, and it will come with the Accu feed walking foot. This machine will have the top drop-in bobbin system on it. That is the most superior bobbin system that's out there. You can see how much thread I have on my bobbin. It's very easy to thread that system. And right here I can actually push this button here and it pops my needle plate out. It will come with 3 needle plates for your different sewing applications. On the front of the machine I do have a buttonhole balancer. There's times where maybe one side of our buttonhole may be a little thinner. I can adjust the thickness on the left or the right side here. This machine does come with the knee lift, and there's a place where the knee lift goes, so I can raise and lower the presser foot and keep, if I'm doing free motion work, I can keep both hands on my fabric. The nice thing about this machine as well is the big bed on it. From my needle to the inside of the sewing arm is 10 inches of space. So I have plenty of room in here. It's very comfortable sewing at this machine because I have so much room, and this is solid metal. All of the top of the machine is very slick, so if I'm doing free motion or when I'm sewing, I do not have to worry about my fabric hanging or catching on anything. There is a special table that comes with this machine that fits right around it to give me support to the left of the needle. On the front of the machine, I have my ruler here, so basically from here to this position right here is 13 inches. So you have all that support for your garment. On my placard here, I can pull up the stitch that I'm in. I know what mode I'm in. The machine will automatically default to mode number 1, which is generally our most popular stitches like straight stitch, 1/4 inch, zigzag, applique stitches, that type of thing. And I can easily adjust my width and length right here. So right now I'm on just a straight stitch. And then if I want to adjust that up, it goes actually in tenths of a millimeter. I can get my stitch length or stitch width settings even more precise than on previous models. Hit my start stop. Machine is very smooth. Can sew up to 1200 stitches per minute. Then I hit that auto lock feature and it ties that stitch for me underneath. When I'm finished, hit my scissor. I can raise my presser foot up. This machine is very durable because I've got the extra high lift under the presser foot, the large motor which is located inside this housing here. The needle penetrating power on this machine is far greater than any model that's previous in the line. Now I'm going through 8 layers of denim right here, and I'm going to go down from that to stretch material. I'm not going to have to adjust my tensions, and I'm going to show you how fast the machine will sew. Super smooth. So I've went from extreme heavy to a stretch material, and I've not puckered the garment at all. You do get the large extension table, and it's made for this particular machine. That will come standard with it. You do get the extra large foot control as well. This is really nice. You're not going to have to hunt around for your foot control. You've got plenty of surface area touching your flooring, so you can find the foot control when you need it. 720 will come with the instructional DVD that will give you step-by-step guidance on how to use a machine. There is a detailed instruction manual that will come with it. You have us at your beck and call 6 days a week, and we check emails every evening, every night as well. Be glad to help you there. This particular attachment is the Accu feed attachment. It's also known by a lot of folks is the walking foot. But the nice thing about this particular foot is I can pull the heads off of that. There are other optional heads that you can get for this particular foot. You're able to interchange those with this particular foot. So I have a straight stitch, I have a 1/4 inch, a stitch in the ditch, open toe, and there's a zipper foot available that you can use with this. That particular attachment alone will run you about $50. Now you also get the straight stitch needle plate, and you can get the HP plate and the HP foot. Those we have more information on the website about. Extra spool caps, bobbins. Now you will get the convertible free motion foot. Now the nice thing about the convertible free motion foot, this little dial right here, I can raise and lower the position of the foot head right there. Then I also can take these heads off, and you get the open toe and you get the big foot that'll come with it for your stippling. So if I'm working with a piece of material, or if I'm working with a quilt that has thicker batting, I can raise that up. If my batting is thinner for wall hangings and things of that nature, I'm able to crank that down so I can get right above my surface area that I'm sewing on. Then you'll get the standard free motion foot. You get your blind hem foot, the zipper foot. It has a 1/4 inch seam foot that'll come with it, your clear open toe foot, a hemmer foot, an over edge foot, and you'll get the satin stitch foot and a button sewing foot. And then there's other accessories like needles and bobbins and spool holders, extra little spool pins, screwdrivers and things of that nature. Now you will get the knee lift that'll come with this particular machine. Similar models like this do not have the knee lift. That will be included with the 720. This is just a brief overview of the 720. There's so many things you can do with this machine. Once you purchase a machine from Ken's Sewing Center, you have us for the life that you own the machine. We have several trained technicians at our store. We're there 6 days a week to help you. Other educators that can help you with any kind of question about the 720. Once you get home with it, you can be sitting in front of it, pick up the phone and give us a call. We can walk you through all kind of things over the phone. If you just need to know how to use a presser foot, we have product knowledge behind everything we sell to be able to help you and guide you. We have several educators at our store that can help you with any kind of question about the machine. So once you get home with it, just be sitting in front of it, give us a call. We can help you with anything of how to use the machine, to how to use a presser foot, or make recommendations on what accessory that you need. So by all means, check our website out. Give us a call anytime.